Hello everyone, and this is BioPhoenix here, and today we're going to be doing the pickup video for the month of December of 2017. And yes, I know it's not 2017 anymore, it's the new year of 2018. So yay for Happy New Year, and all that shit. So anyways, I hope everyone had a good time over the holidays, and just a good 2017 in general, because I know 2017, when it comes to game releases, have been holy shit, been fucking great. And, yeah, anyways, with that being said, before we talk about the games that I picked up, I'm going to be finally giving out a newer shoutout today. So the one that's going to get a shoutout for today is Ignacio Valens. I hope I pronounced that right. If I haven't, I do apologize for fucking it up. Well, anyways, his channel is very discussion-based, mostly on video games, of course, but he has done also various of other stuff that he's covered, like I know he did do a rant video on Apple products, which I thought was pretty amusing, and he's also done some, like, album reviews. Like, I know the example one that I really liked of his was the one for, the OST of the anime Vampire Princess Miyu. In fact, he actually did that video because he watched my review of that anime in the last anime feature, so I thought that was actually pretty awesome of him to do that. And you know, it just makes me happy when, like, you know, when someone like checks out my video and they want to like do something of their own little thing and want to get into it. That just always makes me happy. So yeah, with that being said, he's a really good guy. I've talked to him many times, and you know what, I can definitely recommend checking out his channel. So yeah, there you go, that is the shout out for today. And with that being said, let's get moving on to the gaming pickups. Alright, so first things first, let's get the biggest one out of the way first. So this one right here is the good old Nintendo Switch, which I've had for about a month. So yeah, I had this thing on my birthday, and well, I fucking love this thing. I still play the shit out of it, and it's probably like my favorite Nintendo system since the GameCube, and that's definitely a great thing, because I love the GameCube, and hell, I even like the Wii and the Wii U. Like, I mean, they're not like my most favorite Nintendo systems, but they're still really good otherwise, or have some good stuff offering to them. But yeah, this one, like, it's only been like not even a year since this thing has been out, and it already has like a lot of games. Like, not only like ones you can get physically, but also in the indie store with the eShop and stuff. There's a lot of really good stuff on there too, and well, what can I say? I'm just really happy with it. And yes, I got the Splatoon 2 bundle. And you know what? Even though this game is like mostly like online like features and stuff, I have to say I actually kind of prefer having games like that digitally, just because, you know, like if it's like mostly online, then it's just good to just, you know, keep it in there and just, you know, pick up and play whenever the hell you want. And well, I like Splatoon 2. I mean, I like the first one, but the second one is pretty much the same stuff. It just, you know, more stuff to do, more unlockables, more game modes, and you know, all that kind of fun shit. So now let's talk about the few Switch games that I got here. So the first one is probably a no-brainer for anyone that wanted to get a Switch in the first place, and that's Mario Odyssey, or what I like to call it is Mario's Lost Odyssey, or Mario 017. Yeah. Anyways, though, what more can I say about this game that already hasn't been said before with a ton of other people talking about it? This game is fucking awesome. Really love it a whole lot. It's probably one of my favorite Mario games since, like, Mario Sunshine. And don't get me wrong, I love Galaxy 1 and 2, but I do like this one a little bit better than those. But those games are still great otherwise. But, yeah, I already beat this game already. I didn't beat it 100%, obviously, but I have, like, beaten, like, the main story of it, and, well, I still like going back and playing through this game. It's just very addicting. What can I say? It's Mario grabbing you by the fucking balls. And this next one, I probably don't need to explain much, and that's, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And, well, it's exactly like the one on the Wii U, but a little bit better, and has a couple more characters. Like, it has the Splatoon characters, and it has one of the Animal Crossing characters, and Link, and all the DLC and shit. So that's always great. Either way, though, this game is just a hell of a lot of fun, and also me and Cybernetic Slayer, K-Sound, Kamikaze Soundwave, and Down Phoenix have all played this game online together, and, well, good fucking times. And the last Switch game that we got here is one that I've been really interested in ever since I heard about it on 3DS, and that happens to be Cave Story, although this is the Plus edition. And yeah, Cave Story, like I said, I heard about it when it came on the 3DS, and unfortunately that version is like really hard to find and is also kind of expensive. And so because of that, I was like, fuck it. And then when this version came out, I was like, well, might as well get this version whenever I get the system. And well, now that I played it, this game is really fucking good. I really like it a lot. It's pretty much a Metroidvania game, side-scrolling, and you know, you get a gun and lots of exploration, and also I really like the dialogue of the game. It's really funny sounding, and I also really like the fact that you can change the way that the graphics look and the sounds of the music, so I think that's also some really cool features you can do. And well, yeah, this is one game I would definitely recommend if you have a Switch and you haven't played this yet. So next up we got the one and only 3DS game, and this is one I found on Boxing Week, and that happens to be Project Cross Zone 2. So I have the first one of this, and that one I played the shit out of. I never actually beat it, but I got really far into it, and well, I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. Obviously, it's not the best tactical RPG you'll ever play, but I do think it is pretty fun shit for the most part. I mean, it's basically just a fan service game between Capcom, Bandai, and Sega. Also, this one actually has some Fire Emblem characters in it too, which makes it extra amusing. So, yeah, it's basically just a fan service game just for, like, the fans to want to just, like, laugh at, like, some, like, stupid crossover shit. And I do like that every once in a while, but this one, it plays like a tactical RPG, but you, have, like, whenever you get into a battle, it kind of plays like a kinda, sorta fighting game, but you're not, like, moving around. Instead, you're in the same spot, and you just have to rack up as much, like, combos as much as possible. It does get kind of tedious later on, though, but it is pretty amusing every once in a while. And this game, from what I played of it, it's pretty much more or less the same shit. So, you know, if you like the first one and you do want to get number 2, I'd say get it when it's, like, really cheap. So now we're going to get into some PS4 stuff. And this one right here is one I've been really interested in, and that happens to be The Evil Within 2. Now, I haven't played the first one, and I was kind of curious of wanting to play it, but I've heard a lot of, like, really mixed things about it, where some people liked it, some people didn't like it, and some people thought it was just kind of alright, just, you know, disappointing considering who made the game. But, yeah, this one, though, like, from what I've been playing of it, it's really fucking good. I really like it a lot. In fact, in a lot of elements, it kind of reminds me of, like, The Last of Us, but, like, a little bit more open, but not, like, too crazy open world, but, like, you know, there's a lot of, like, more exploration that you can do in this game, and I do really like that. And, of course, the game's, like, really fucking trippy, really weird crap happening, and, well, what can I say? It's really good, but it's also really freaking hard, and I'm playing on normal difficulty, so I don't even want to imagine what it's like on the hardest one, because, good God, like, I died, like, so many times at, like, the first little area of the game. Oh, man. But anyways, though, this game is a hell of a lot of fun, and if you were skeptical on it, in case you, like, if you didn't like the first one and you weren't, like, really sure what to think about this one, I think you'll like this one probably a lot better. So next up, we got a game that I actually did do a stream of it, so I'm sure you guys probably know what it is already, and that happens to be The Girl in the Robot. I know, it's such a lame name, but anyways, I called it, what did I call the stream? I think it was the girl and the tall ass golden robot or something like that, which, you know, I think is much better. But anyways, though, this is actually a pretty cool game. In fact, I actually beat the game, and it's actually pretty short, but I actually don't mind this one being so short, though, because the game is very puzzle heavy, so, you know, some of them might take you some time to do. But either way, though, I actually really like this one, because it kind of has a, sort of like the game Lost Vikings, where you gotta, like, switch between your characters, and, you know, your characters only have, like, certain abilities they can do. So the girl, like, she can, like, run and jump and go through smaller places, while the robot can actually, like, attack and, like, beat the shit out of other robots, and, you know, push heavy objects and such, and, you know, you can switch between them at, like, any given time, and, yeah, the graphics in this game look a lot like something from, like, Kingdom Hearts, or something very Disney-like, which I think was pretty cool. And, my only real complaint with the game is that, the combat in the game is really stiff, but, I didn't really, like, hate it, though, or make it, like, unplayable, because, like, you know, the game is more focused on puzzles, so, you know, I can kind of let it slide a little bit there, but Other than that, though, I actually really like this one. So, yeah, if you ever do see this one on the cheaper end, which it is because I paid like $25 brand new for it, so you should be able to find it real cheap. And it also does come with a soundtrack, which is pretty cool. And yes, the music in this game is pretty sweet. So, yeah, like I said, if you can actually find this one for really cheap, I can recommend checking it out. I think it's actually pretty enjoyable. Alright, so the next one we got here is one that I thought about getting day one, but then I was like, no, I think I'll wait on a sale. And then I did. And that happens to be Gundam Versus. So this game is pretty much like Sega's Virtua-On, but with Gundam. And well, I love Virtua-On, and I fucking love most of the Gundam series. And yeah, this game is a lot of fun, and I'm really glad that we actually got this one outside of Japan, because it seems like whenever they release, like, Gundam games recently, they just never seem to come out. Like, I think the last one that came out, if I remember correctly, was Dynasty Warrior Gundam 3, which I did enjoy. So, anyways, like I said, if you like Virtua-On and if you like Gundam, yeah, this game is definitely a must, because it's a lot of fun. And there's like a shitload of different characters and mobile suits that you can use. And they have a really good selection for the most part, but my only one complaint is that where the fuck are the G Gundam ones? Like, seriously, you make like a game with like a shitload of like different Gundam series, but you don't have any from G Gundam, which by the way is like one of my favorites. So like, what the fuck? That's like trying to like replace your car's engine with like a turkey sandwich. It doesn't fucking work. Well, anyways, the only little bit of hope is that they do have two of them as a DLC, but I just wish they just put them in the fucking game. Anyways, other than that one little minor thing, this game is still really fun, and there's still a good selection. It's just, you know, I'm just kind of salty that they didn't put my all-time favorite one in there. But, oh well. Otherwise, though, I still would recommend this game if you are a fan of Virtua-On or Gundam. Alright, so the next one we got here is... oh, boy. Alright, I know a lot of people, when they see this game, they're gonna think like, oh, well, no shit, but, well, just hear me out for a sec afterwards. So that's Neptunia Goddesses Online, or For Goddesses Online. And by the way, this game is not an online-only game, it's just you can actually play co-op in it, which you'd think would be a cool thing, but, well, that's just if you have any friends, that is. Anyways, so, yeah, okay. So what I have to say about the series in general is that I do like them in like, an ironic sense, where obviously they're not meant to be taken seriously, and of course, I don't expect them to be, like, super duper amazing. I don't expect them to be like the next Chrono Trigger, the next Final Fantasy, but then again, I think looking at any RPG expecting it to be like those two is just too unrealistic. But anyway, so with that being said, yeah, for the most part, I actually do enjoy some of these games. Like, they're either pretty good, or they're decent at best, or they're just kind of alright. But this one, on the other hand, is just... oh, fuck me, man. This game is just really boring as shit. Like, okay, basically, it's like an action RPG, which, you know, caught my interest, because, you know, I like hack and slash RPG stuff, and, well, this game's combat is, like, very stripped down, even more so than the Vita games that were hack and slash related. And those ones were pretty damn basic, so, like, holy shit. And not only that, but, like, I know a lot of people, like, complain about, like, the Dynasty Warrior games because, like, all you do is you press one button and shit, which is not 100% true. In those games, you press square and triangle, and, like, the combination between the two. Technically 3 if you count the circle button with your special attack. But this one, all it literally is just one button to attack, and that's literally it. I'm not even joking, I actually beat like the first couple bosses in this game with one hand. In the other hand, I was actually checking my phone on social media. That's a bad sign that like, you'd rather check social media than having to focus on the game. I mean, that's kind of the reason why I would rather play video games now, just so I don't have to look at my bullshit news feed. So, yeah, I think after this game, I think I'm done with the series for a little bit. The next one we got here is another hack and slash, and this is also another Weeb game, but this one actually looks a bit better. Actually, not a bit better, a lot better. And that happens to be Onechanbara Z2 Chaos. So in case you don't know, the Onechanbara series originally started out as a simple series game, or what I like to call them are the shit pull series games, because they're fucking shit. Well, a lot of them are. But anyways, I have yet to try this one out just as of yet, but I have looked up gameplay footage of it many times before, and it actually did kind of interest me because it actually does look like a pretty solid hack and slash. It actually looks a hell of a lot better than the other Oni Chanbara games that came out over here. So, yeah, I haven't got around to playing it yet, but like I said, it actually does look a lot better, and of course it just balls out crazy ridiculous, and, you know, obviously it's not meant to be taken seriously, and, well, it's probably, like, an SJW's favorite game, because this game would, like, trigger the fuck out of them. But, anyway, so this one also did come with, like, a bunch of, like, shit, like, it came in, like, a bigger box, and a, like, an art book and such, but, you know, I just didn't feel like taking that out, because I was just fucking lazy. Shows you how lazy I am. But anyways, though, it does look like a pretty good, solid hack and slash game. So yeah, I'll probably play this one real soon. It's just I haven't gotten around to it because I just have other games that I've been playing that were kind of more of a, you know, a bigger priority. Alright, so as for the last game in general, this is a PS1 game that I was actually not expecting to get anytime soon, mostly because it's a game that I really wanted for quite some time, and I found it when I was outside of town. And, well, I can definitely say I was more than happy with what it was, and that happens to be Lunar: The Silver Star Story Complete Edition on PS1. So, yeah, what can I say about this game that I haven't said before about the series in general? I fucking love it. I mean, Lunar is basically, like, one of my favorite RPG series, and, one of the reasons why I consider it to be one of my favorite series that really stands out is that, it kind of takes two elements from two really well-known RPG series, and that's Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy. And it kind of puts two of them together into one, and this is like pretty much the combination, and I think it works perfectly. So, the one thing is that for Dragon Quest is that it kind of has like the whole, like light-hearted characters and the light-hearted story and like the witty dialogue that Dragon Quest is known for. But the thing that it has with Final Fantasy is the fact that the games are a lot easier to get into, because that's unfortunately one thing about most Dragon Quest games, that a lot of them are a little hard to get into at times because the beginning parts are usually pretty fucking hard, or they take like a while to grind up to certain levels and shit. Where this one, like I said, it takes both of those two elements, puts them into one, and I fucking love it. So, you know, nothing much more I get to say. I love the music, I love all the characters, the story is great stuff, it's really well written, and, well, I just really love this packaging, too. In fact, the condition of this was actually really good, too, for the most part. It actually looks a lot nicer than the one I had for Lunar 2, so, yeah, either way, I'm very happy about this, and of course, I will be playing the shit out of this in 2018, so, yeah, I can definitely recommend Lunar in case you haven't played it yet. It's, like I said, one of my favorite RPG series. Alright, so that's all the games that I got for December of 2017, and, you know, hopefully you got some good recommendations on which games to play and which ones to probably stay away from. Well, anyways, so with that being said, I am going to be doing a room tour real soon. I want to get this place a little bit more cleaned up and, you know, make sure, like, shit isn't everywhere, because, you know, I at least want it to at least look decent, because, you know, of course I'm still doing a lot of stuff here and there, and oh yes, that is something to be expecting real soon, either this month or the beginning of next month, depending how things go, and of course, you know, I'm still going to be continuing on with the Shadow Heart stream, so, yeah, people, so with that said, thanks for watching, commenting, and have yourselves a great day.